episode 47 of season 2. It's titled wrong on what we're streaming to. We got this little mini episode for you guys covering some conspiracy, fraud, DOJ, FBI exposed arrests that two of which you probably haven't heard of, one of which is going viral right now. So, yeah, it's kind of started off as a little investigatory for us. We were putting some stuff together, and it turns out that some major events have happened that nobody has reported on. And we're going to start with a fraud case that was recently finished here in October that apparently has been going on for quite a while, in which a bunch of doctors were using AI to make deep fakes of their patients. And in the videos, the patients were consenting to extra drugs, extra operations, and then they would go and sell those drugs, of course, on the market. So yeah, I don't know. I assume that the only reason this wasn't talked about is because Big Pharma is doing everything they can. This is big news. This is apparently the biggest bust that the FBI has had ever.
I mean, it's on the justice.gov website.
Yeah, I mean, it should be front page news, right?
But it's not.
No, it's not. It's not at all.
It's pretty crazy to think about. $14.6 billion.
324 defendants, $14.6 billion in fraud, more than double the previous record.
There's probably some fucking AI conglomerate group out there that was just getting mailed all this fucking, pharmaceutical bullshit, that they were, stealing essentially. They just got it in a fucking warehouse and they're just selling it third hand.
Yeah, I don't know. They were going crazy with it. So I guess it's like they just treated the AI as a toy. And they were like, let's just see how far we can abuse this. So mostly they copied the patients' voices and they, pretended to have conversations with the patients to get them to, consent to stuff. But it wasn't even just pills. It was also extra treatments. So, if they were physically injured, they would pretend that the patient was giving consent to more expensive operations. Dude, they just went absolutely apeshit with it and were just robbing these people, mostly elderly, mostly, people with dementia and Alzheimer's and shit.
Yeah.
Of billions of dollars. And yeah, completely, I don't know, like unknown. I don't know why.
Which is good because the elderly deserve it.
Okay, calm down. We pay for the elderly, so really it's just coming out of the taxpayer's pocket.
Good. Fuck the taxpayers.
Oh, okay.
No one likes the taxpayers.
Yeah. Huge collaboration across the board. It wasn't even just in America. They also arrested some people in Europe.
Good. Fuck the Europeans.
This is probably one of the largest healthcare fraud situations we've ever seen.
It is. It's 100%. It's probably the biggest one that's ever happened.
Yeah. They also stole their genetics, put them through unnecessary genetic testing, so their DNA was stolen. They stole their identities just for fun. Like they were just going apeshit wild, basically.
I can imagine the AI deepfake being like, "Yeah, I need some." I need some Viagra. Things haven't been working out lately.
Yeah. It probably went a lot like that, to be honest.
It's pretty funny.
Yeah, it's wild, guys. I don't know. The bigger part of this, I mean, all of this is interesting for sure, right? The amount of fraud that happened. $14.6 billion. It's crazy. A lot of assets were seized. $240 million in cash, luxury items, crypto.
Oh my god.
Oh. These guys, they just figured out how to use AI and they came up with an idea and ran with it and they just fucking We're just living real well.
And now they're in jail.
20 defendants. Yeah.
Oh, that's
Crazy.
what happens. The good news is they had plenty of money to pay for lawyers, I think.
Nah, your assets usually get frozen so that you can't, you can't use the money that you stole.
Ah, like Kanye West.
Like Kanye West, except Kanye West was innocent.
No, he wasn't. He was guilty.
Now he's innocent.
He's guilty, Doug. Doug, I don't think you're getting it. He's guilty.
Oh yeah, he's guilty.
There you go. Okay, excellent. All right, we're back on track.
Yeah. I don't know. It's my guess is that's just the beginning. I didn't expect us to see such large scale operations so quickly when it came to AI. Obviously, we covered this stuff early on, and we kind of predicted some of this would happen.
1 second, I have a very violent and aggressive cat.
I see that. Violent predator. However, I didn't expect such a large scale operation to happen so quickly.
No, neither did I.
Yeah. Apparently, they also used AI to break the case down and gather evidence. They didn't specifically say what they did to achieve it, but my guess is they used AI to figure out that it was, fake consent recordings and stuff. Oh.
1 second.
The shit. What, she got fleas or something?
No, I thought she did. Guess not. She's fine. But
Okay.
it's like I'm trying to diagnose the issue of why she's meowing at me at 4 in the morning. Probably because she's hungry, but I don't want to feed her just yet. So
Gotcha.
she usually gets it around specific times. So, but yeah, no, this healthcare fraud is pretty crazy stuff. They don't really list the defendants at all.
I know, yeah. It's probably because the case is still ongoing.
No. Fraudulent wound care, prescription opioid traffic.
Oh, it's 74 defendants.
No, it's a total of 324, but
Holy
29
shit.
29 of them made up about 13 billion of it, and then the rest of them made up the other 1 to 2 billion.
Oh my lord.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy stuff. Obviously, we hope this happens more. That way, Big Pharma loses money because no one likes Big Pharma except Big Pharma. So, unless they pay us, in which case we don't hope this happens more. But we're not getting paid, so we do not care.
Yeah, the biggest takeaway for me from this is the fact that I don't remember ever hearing about it. And you would think something in which over 300 doctors used AI to fake recordings of patients consenting to operations, extra drugs, whatever, would be all over the news. The fact that nobody covered this shit at all is just wild to me.
Yep, it's a nothing burger. It's a nothing burger. Nothing ever happens. Nothing ever happens, Doug. Kind of the same thing with this. I think the more interesting one is probably the NBA one, though.
Yeah, you want to cover that one next? That one's pretty funny. So this is happening kind of today as we're coming out with it. There'll probably be a lot more information. It's an ongoing case, but the FBI, under an operation, are you ready for this name? Called
What's the name?
Operation Nothing But Bet. I want to Hemingway myself. Has resulted in 30 arrests tied to illegal gambling schemes infiltrating the NBA. So this is pretty wild. A bunch of NBA players, both former and current, and coaches were working with Mafia groups to influence games, betting for
Yeah,
to,
yeah.
for betting because that's the given, but
Oh yeah.
also to trick rich people into going into poker games and then rigging it so they would lose.
Good James Bond bullshit.
Yeah, so the rigging is where it gets super interesting. So they invite these rich people to come play poker with them, and then the players that were in on it would wear contacts that allowed them to see through the fucking cards. And apparently there were
Yeah,
also X-ray tables.
that's pretty crazy.
This is
That's
wild.
some
Like
James
what?
Bond shit.
Yeah, I don't know. This shit's so crazy, man. This has been going on
Then it's
apparently since 2023.
20. That's crazy. 2 years took him 2 years to catch him.
Special contact lenses and X-ray tables. What the fuck?
Let's not mince words. Cash Patel said this is the insider trading saga for the NBA. That's what this is.
Yeah, so that
This is a video. Yeah,
they also before you play the video,
yeah.
the games are rigged. I'm sorry, guys, for those who are NFL and NBA fans. This only kind of confirms it. Some of these games are rigged. I don't know how many of them are rigged and scripted,
Well, hold on, Doug.
but
Hold on.
some of these are rigged. Okay, guys, I'm sorry to tell you for the NBA, NFL, like most of these games, I don't mean games as in a specific category. I mean them in general. There's some rigging going on. It's common in esports. It's common in sports. It's been going on since the dawn of time. This literally says the games are rigged, by the way. The case literally proves it. Players were faking injuries just to rig the game. They were letting the Mafia know if there was an injury beforehand so that they could get a leg up. Like the games are just rigged. I'm sorry, fans. Please don't attack me.
All right, Doug. Like all of the NBA, the NFL, right? Pretty much most of the sports stuff that most of the sports you watch on television are rigged. The NFL is entirely rigged. The reason those players are paid so fucking much is because of sports betting. So, for example, let's say there is a bet for 20 million on the Jets and then there's a bet for 5 million on the Packers. Who do you think is going to win? The Packers. So, yeah, that's why those players get paid so much. And obviously 20 million is a very small amount for sports betting on a game in the NFL. It's very small, especially in the grand scheme of things. So when you have all the sports betting happening, you're able to rig the games in your favor for the sports betting organizations that work hand in hand with the people that own these NFL teams, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's why these people get such, and obviously the people that get paid the higher contracts are, lo and behold, typically the people that are more notable for having, the best, stats or whatever, which, may be true in some instances. Maybe they may be better at the game, but they're all complicit in rigging the game. Certain, most aspects of it are real to an extent, but the outcome is predetermined. Same thing with the NBA.
I mean, what can I say? No, it's not. They literally just busted them for doing it. Like,
and the reason they're not able to crack down on the NBA specifically for this is because they are legally considered an entertainment league. So it is legal for them to rig these games because they're not registered as a sports league. They are registered as an entertainment league. It's in the fine text, the fine print. Entertainment companies, not sports companies. And so they can't go after the NFL or the NBA, but they can go after the third-party sports betting companies that are offshored by the people that own these franchises.
In the Mafia, right?
Mafia's pretty chill. I like the Mafia.
It was like 5 different Mafia groups that were involved.
I know the FBI doesn't like the Mafia, but the FBI is also pretty fucking lame. So
La Cosa Nostra families using the schemes as financial pipeline. I don't know them, but hey.
Yeah, neither do I.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't watch the NBA. Can't fucking be bothered. But here are some names: Terry Rozier, Chauncey
Chauncey Billups.
Billups,
That one's
and
pretty
Damon
familiar.
Jones. And they said there's more to come.
Wouldn't it be crazy if Mark Cuban was implicated?
That wouldn't surprise me at all, to be honest with you. I would not be surprised one little bit.
You want to play the video now, Doug?
Yep, play the video.
Shams, I know you got plenty to get to. You got your phone, going off the hook. So I appreciate you coming on, Shams, and we will look out for anything new.
Here right now.
Breaking.
No, stop. Kitty cat.
The NBA said they are reviewing the federal indictments announced today. Terry Rozier and Chauncey Billups are being placed on immediate leave from their teams. And so we are going to be tweeting this out right now. But Chauncey Billups and Miami's Terry Rozier
Get your sound on.
have been placed on immediate leave.
Great work, Sean.
Should you spell it right?
Look at all these fucking clowns. Look at these fucking clowns. That's all they do. Look at these people. Their entire day is sitting around talking about fucking sports. Stop hitting the spacebar, kitty
To be
cat.
fair, all we do is sit around and talk about aliens and globalists. So
We talk about everything, Doug.
yeah, we do talk about everything. That's true.
These people talk about one fucking thing, and they're paid to do it, and they pretend to be happy about it the entire fucking day, and then they go home, beat their wife, and do a line of coke. Okay, I don't want to. These people are clowns.
To be fair, I could sit around and talk about League all day during my League tenure.
You want to talk about League right now?
No, not particularly.
You want to int? Is that what you want to do, Doug? I see that inting look on your face.
I never
Look like a little inter.
I'm never an intern.
It's because you're
never
not base like Tyler won.
True, I'm not based like Tyler one. You're not based until you get married and have a child and play League at the same time.
True. What's funny is that his child came out black even though he's still half white. His child got fucking nerfed at spawn.
I guess until they get to the bottom, until they snoop around for a little bit, right, Sean?
Can you make the stream louder? I can't barely hear it.
My cat keeps fucking.
Shams, well, hey, we
Together.
appreciate you. Let us know if you get any extra,
Tail keeps
any more
hitting the keyboard.
breaking news straight from the sources.
Can
let
you
us know.
pause?
We appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Shams.
I know this has been kind of scattered for those who are watching, but like this guy's the guy on the left in the red hat. He knew this was going on 100%. He knew this was happening. This guy, okay, if you're not an NBA fan, right, or if you are, you're a normie fan, you don't know rigging happens. You would probably be like, "Whoa, this is crazy!" You know, like they're rigging the games. Players are pretending to be injured. They're working with the Mafia. It should be kind of crazy, right? Your response should be like, "Wowzers!" This guy is just like,
Wow.
"That's a really good story, Jim. Don't mind me. I gotta make a phone call really quick."
Yeah.
Like, look at his face. He looks like he's next on the list. Look at him. They're coming for his ass.
He's gripping that table hard.
This guy's sweating bullets. The guy on the right is like, "Oh my god, breaking news. This is crazy. The NBA is fake." The guy on the left is like, "Holy shit. I gotta dump my money offshore right away."
Yeah, exactly. Oh my god.
This whole statement, we're in the process of reviewing the federal indictments announced today.
Pretty good. Hello? What are you doing? Hello?
Wait, hold on. Hold on, Doug.
Okay, why don't you go ahead?
I think I may have just solved the mystery behind Easter Island.
Uh-huh.
Look at his face.
Yep.
Now look again.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay, now look back.
Yeah, I see it. I see
Are you seeing it, Doug?
Yep.
He is the descendant of Easter Island. He needs to be investigated immediately.
He's an immortal god, and those were made in his image.
Look, it's uncanny almost.
It is uncanny.
That's insane. All right.
Today, Terry Rozier and Chauncey Billups are being placed on immediate leave from their teams, and we will continue to cooperate with the relevant authorities. We take these allegations with the utmost seriousness, and the integrity of our game remains our top priority. That's the NBA statement right now, delivered.
The integrity of our game remains of the utmost importance.
They know what's going on. They know what's going on.
100%, Doug.
This is what the new information is, which is that
A man or a woman?
Cares. It's too old for it to matter anyway.
This is true. The defendants had access to private information known by NBA players or NBA coaches that would likely affect the outcome of games or player performances, and provided that information to other co-conspirators in exchange for either a flat fee or a share of betting profits. Yeah, I mean, this is pretty...
I will say, again, politics. I will say, the FBI is doing a lot of things. They're doing a lot of things where they're arresting a lot of people for a lot of good reasons. So, it's nice. It is nice.
I think it just sucks because the only reason they're doing it is to detract from the actual conspiracies that are happening.
I don't disagree with you. However, at the same time, I would rather I get some criminals arrested than none.
That's fair. Take the good with the bad.
It is what it is. You know, like, last administration, whatever fence you're on or not, I don't really remember them announcing anything crazy other than going after fucking MAGA. And under this one, we get a lot of drug traffickers caught. I guess it helps that they're very anti-border, right? Or very anti-migrant, because then you can just go after the migrants. But a lot of sex trafficking, so they're doing anything they can to avoid, they're doing everything they can to make the news, and in doing so, they can make a lot of legitimate arrests, and we're starting to see some, and that's fantastic.
I agree. I think the FBI, as long as Cash Patel's eyes don't pop out of his head before his tenure finishes, then I think everything's going to be okay. Yeah,
that has like double entendres there.
Did you see the pictures of him before working there and him after?
No.
I can probably pull it up. It's pretty funny. I could spend an entire day just making fun of this guy, to be honest with you. Let me see.
He's got to be one of the funniest looking directors we've ever had.
This is before his inauguration. This is after his inauguration.
It's so accurate.
Oh my god, you can't make it up. Oh, I've seen everything.
You don't believe this shit.
Oh, they put a medal on him. Cash Patel wins staring contest, the Daily Cardinal.
That's pretty funny.
That's hilarious. That is pretty funny. Let's you want to talk about Google now?
I hate Google. Go ahead.
I love Google. My phone uses Google stuff. It's not a Google phone, obviously, because they're dog shit with hardware. They need to stick to software because, you can only hire Indians to do so much. But when it comes to Google, they're essentially stealing your information off your phone. I know. Okay, Doug, come on. Sorry. We have some elderly. We have people. We have people that watch us that don't know these things.
Fair enough. Some of these videos do go to Facebook.
If you had, any type of explicit pictures. Sorry, I had a little bit of stroke there. Explicit pictures on your phone. They have it now. The NSA has your Doug. What are you looking at?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Not looking at anything.
Are you deleting anything off your phone as we speak, or?
No. Of course not.
Yeah, you're asking it in an inquisitive manner, which makes you think that you're not telling the full truth.
I didn't know, guys. I didn't know this was what he was gonna say. I thought they were just stealing information. I don't know they were stealing my nudes. What the freak?
They have your photos, your videos, all private information. If you had Thanksgiving with grandma's in the inside of the fucking Google's archives as we
Thank you,
speak, and your
grandmas.
information has been sold.
That's crazy.
You know, if you recently found a pet rock on the side of the road, Instagram and Google is suggesting rock smelting advertisements to kill your pet rock or convince you to get rid of it because having a pet rock would go against the conspiracy.
What?
I mean, it probably right. I mean,
I don't know.
I mean, think about it. A pet rock is like indestructible. You can throw it anywhere. It doesn't need to eat anything. It's portable, easy to hide. You can always talk to it at any point and it'll always listen. Did you ever have a pet rock, Doug?
No, I always had real pets, so.
Oh, I have a real pet.
Getting a pet rock seems redundant.
Does it?
Yeah, we had like birds, cats, dogs, rabbit at one point, lizards, fish. I don't really see the reason to get a rock.
You grew up around rednecks or some shit?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. But yeah, and you'd think considering the fact Google pays, makes $350 billion a year that they wouldn't steal your data, but unfortunately they got fined less than $1 billion, so that's nothing to them.
Yep. This is also coming off the back of them having to pay a pretty big lawsuit, I think, earlier this year for similar circumstances where they were recording information and selling it if you were using the incognito browser.
Yeah.
So I guess it's not that surprising, but
no, it isn't. Not really.
Google, I can't with Google. Google is by far the most well-known thief when it comes to data. They're not shy at all about selling your information. All of the privacy reports when it comes to software companies, Google's right there at the top. It's how they make all of their money. All of their money comes from advertising. That's what they're labeled as, is a advertising company. It's not advertising. Well, no, it's not advertising. They collect your data, and then they sell it to advertisers. That's what they do. That's how they make all their money. Search is their other feature, but to be honest with you, search is it's free. They actually lose money on search. They make all of their money from selling your data. That is how they make a lot of their money. Sorry, it's not all of their money. They make a lot of it from there. They do make a lot of money from the government. But even then, it's also selling data to the government. They make some money through cloud selling cloud space.
Honestly, I will say I do prefer that alternative to digital ID.
Yeah, well,
because the thing is, why would I care about my information being sold to advertisers when I have ad block on literally every device?
See, that would be great. That would be fine, right? However, they do sell your data to the government too. Which, again, it's kind of whatever because we have laws in place that protect us from them actually being able to use it. They can't use it. It's illegal.
Yeah.
So you're not entirely wrong in which that, but it's a thin line. It's a super thin line. All it takes is that one time for them to cross over, just be like, okay, we have all this data, and now we're gonna start searching for all the people who talk bad about the government. It's just that one. It's that under that one president, under that one Congress. All it takes is that one time for them to cross over the line, and the stuff that they have on all of us, it just explodes. Like, like all of a sudden you have hundreds of hours of content dedicated to getting you persecuted because you said something bad about Trump or Joe Biden and whoever the fuck is in office.
Thanks to the First Amendment.
Yes.
What we say, it doesn't matter. We can say whatever the fuck we want. You can't do jack shit about it. The Constitution is the fucking brick that's holding up the rest of this damn house.
It is a singular brick that has it's been getting chipped away for quite a while, but it's still there. Still there.
I think we could repair it a little bit by repealing the 19th Amendment.
I think we could repair it by getting rid of the fucking Patriot Act.
Why not both?
Sure. But yeah, I
You've
again
got to stop complaining.
something we touched on digital ID. The thing is, again, for Americans, for us, this is less of a big deal. It's nothing. We look at this. We're like, okay, yeah, they take our data. It's given to advertisers. To be honest, most people don't really care. They're actually okay with it. They want the technology to know what it is they want to buy because they want to buy it. Simple consumerism makes sense. However, in the UK, Sweden, actually, I was gonna say this for later in the week, but
Yeah.
I believe somebody in Sweden was recently arrested. Here, pull this up. Was recently arrested. Oh yeah, for a Facebook
You
post.
put it in general.
Did I? Whoops. A Swiss court has sent a man to prison for writing on Facebook that biological sex can be determined by examining skeletal remains. A fact, right? And he just gets arrested for it, and it was posted on Facebook. And it starts with that kind of public display where you can't post things publicly.
You still got to send it to me, Doug. I didn't open it yet.
Oh yeah, sorry. But again, what happens when this happens in the UK, or it's rumored to be happening, when they start coming at you for your private messaging? That's what they're trying to do. That's what the EU is currently trying to do for your private messages, what you're sending in WhatsApp, Telegram, I don't know, WeChat. I don't know what people are using these days, or Facebook Messenger. They're gonna come for you just because of what you say in private. Again, thankfully in America, we have protections, freedom of speech. We can still post publicly, and it's not a big deal for us. But we already know the UK is making most arrests over social media, which is just so wild. Quickly followed by Sweden or Switzerland. I can't remember which. I always get the two mixed up.
Imagine going to jail for saying what every archaeologist learns in week 1 of class.
Yeah. Swiss man goes to jail because he said that you can tell who's a man and a woman by looking at their skeletal remains. That's the reality. That's the reality of digital ID. That's the reality of your information being constantly collected. That's the reality of your information getting constantly scanned by AI. To be honest with you, it's mostly the reality of a corrupt government trying to silence you is really what it is. All of those other 3 things should be fine in itself. You should want AI to scan your shit. That way it can work for you and help you out. However, when it's being used against you, it sucks dick. And this is why people are so on edge in America when it comes to all the digital spying going on. Because again, if you look at the UK, if you look at Switzerland, Sweden, most of Europe, this is the shit that happens. And it's like, bro, we don't want it to be used like this. And what's wild is that the EU is supposed to have some of the best privacy protection laws when it comes to protecting their citizens from corporations, right? That's what they preach. The EU preaches, we're going to protect you from the corporations. We're protecting your privacy. However, we're going to completely invade it and send you to jail if you say that man and a woman can be told by remains. Tell me how that makes any sense.
It doesn't.
Nah, I'd rather be an American. Sorry.
Europe is cooked. What's amazing, though, is that their GDP has still been going up.
Yeah, but they're starting to get outpaced or some shit, right?
No. I mean, it just shows pretty standard growth. 2023 shows 884 billion, and I think last year it was 936 billion. So
yeah, but they're getting outpaced, right? Poland is overtaking Europe. Most EU countries is the fastest growing in GDP.
Let me see, Poland GDP. They are getting outpaced, yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy. They went fucking up by 200 billion. Like in that same time period. That's pretty impressive.
It is impressive. Good job, Poland. Poland also just announced no income tax for anyone who has more than like 4 children or some shit.
That is an excellent incentive to not use condoms.
Right? Fucking genius.
Be like, oh, you wanker, I'm pregnant.
They don't.
Listen, bitch. We just need 3 more.
Oh my god. Dude, I hate. This should probably be saved for a bigger episode, but I see a lot of comments on the anti-immigration posts, particularly for Japan and the U.S., where they'll say, "Oh my god, but the population is declining. How are you going to replace them?" And it's like, what kind of creativity do you lack where you have your only solution to declining birth rates is to import third world country citizens? Like, what? You know what I mean? Like, what is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? And I see this a lot. This is the most common comment I see when it comes to it. And it's like, well, what can we do to increase birth rates outside of just importing illegals? Well, we can do what Poland does, which is to give tax credits for children. We could, end abortion.
White children.
What? White children? Okay. You can end abortion. I mean, that's one of them. Yeah. I'm not necessarily think it's a crazy fan. I'm not a crazy fan of it because I'm libertarian and all, but it is one of them. How about number 3? We just stop promoting the opposite in general. Let's stop promoting hedonism and for women to go on OnlyFans and sell bodies. How about we stop saying that there's too many people on the planet and we all need to die in exchange?
I'm grateful for OnlyFans, Doug.
I'm not.
You wanna know why?
Why?
Now, if you meet a woman, you can just scan her face with AI, and it'll tell you if she's a whore or not. Actually,
you're based for that. You're based for that. That is a good way to immediately tell if you should get married or not.
Yeah, 100%.
It is a good vetting process. And you want to know my favorite part about all this is
what?
Next year by summer, I assure you, most OnlyFans chicks will lose all of their income to AI fake chicks. 100% guaranteed. With the release of Sora being able to make adult content, bye-bye. Bye-bye, OnlyFans models. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
And then they have to go out into the world and find some other way to make $1. Fantastic.
What's weird is that women don't really use AI.
Do they not?
They use it as like an emotional support robot, but they don't actually use it. Like, I've never heard of when was the last time you heard about a woman using Sora 2 to generate AI videos?
Honestly, yeah, it's kind of got a good point. I can't remember anytime.
I never really hear about women using prompting in an AI generative sector, other than the emotional one where they just talk to it as like a therapist.
There's no way this conversation doesn't get sexist. I can't. My brain is trying to run down every single path. I mean, okay, I can just state facts. Most jobs that women hold outside OnlyFans would be like in HR departments.
Well, I mean,
what would they use AI for?
Should I have this person reported to corporate?
I mean, most men are the coders, right? They're doing all the other work other than HR.
But yeah, no, but when I just mean just regularly using the AI itself,
No, you're not wrong. I don't know. You're correct. I honestly I don't know. I think it's because of the fields that they're in are more creative in itself, and so therefore,
What's creative about HR?
I didn't just mean like HR. I meant typically you use AI for coding, right? Software, which again is dominated by males, or you use it in the creative sphere. art, video, blah blah blah. However, most women
Yeah.
operate within that sphere, don't use AI because it's seen as like, a no sector for them to use. It's like it's bad juju. Don't do that.
You think the crystal women are thinking that it's Wiccan magic?
I don't think they have any fathom of what AI is.
I don't think women actually use AI beyond, once again, just the chatbot function.
So I do know women, some women who use AI, but
Okay,
yes,
but like, isn't that kind of weird?
I think
Like,
it
you
has
have
to do
this.
with job fields. But maybe
No, I
you're
just mean
onto
like just in
something.
general, because I use AI for plenty of different bullshit,
Yeah,
right? Like I generate images, video. I ask it to do deep research. I ask it to do like scheduling plans.
I think it just has to do with the difference in norm, like normie behavior.
You think it's a normie thing and not just like a general issue?
An issue? I don't know if it's an issue. It probably will become an issue. I don't know. I'm trying to think specifically what it is. I think it has to do with like women tend to be social creatures, right? So they're not going to interact with an AI that's not socializing. Instead, they're going to
Yeah.
sit around and talk to somebody else.
Like for example, if you made the entryway into using AI require like for example, you'd have to code instead of just typing into the prompt, right? You'd have to code the prompt rather than type it.
Mm-hmm.
Then most people probably wouldn't use AI or understand it in any context.
Sure.
And the same thing is true for the normies. Like even though you can write a fucking prompt about anything you want, they still don't really use it to the best of its abilities.
No, well, they don't use even most people don't even use Google to the best of its ability.
That's true.
So I was both surprised and not surprised when I learned. When I watch other people prompt AI, I sometimes I can't believe what the fuck I'm looking at.
Yeah.
They'll just
Yeah.
they'll put an image and be like, "What dis?"
Yeah.
Explain dis. Like what? Blah, blah. Like they just type like a fucking 3-year-old, and I'm like, "What is going on? And what is happening here?"
Yeah. Like if it were me, it would be like, listen, I need you to calculate and formulate a 5-page essay on why turtles need to have wings in order to survive the upcoming apocalypse. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. I think the final answer for me is it has to do with women being more centered around social activities, which I thought was interesting because a lot of the hype around AI, I don't know, but sorry, it's not a lot of the hype. One of the things people kept saying was that, oh, women, they won't need it. They will have no more need for man because they can just talk to AI. And
Yeah.
myself,
Yeah.
internally, I was thinking men will have a better time with AI than women. Women need the human social aspect. It's like part of the whole, turn on thing.
Yeah.
So why would they be? Why would they enjoy AI, right?
Exactly.
Men, however, kind of like words of affirmations more than they say out loud, and AI is really good at that part. It's really good at listening. Men don't necessarily care if they're more visually centered. They don't necessarily care if the AI is real or not. I think that's women are way more likely to seek out a human
I
for
made
social activity than an AI.
a voodoo doll.
So I guess I'm not surprised that women might not be using AI as much as men.
I made a voodoo doll IRL of you, Grok, and I've been poking it with needles. Oh, a voodoo doll of me? That's some crafty magic you're working there. I'm flattered to be the subject of your mystical arts, but I gotta say, I'm not feeling any pinpricks. Guess my digital essence is immune to needle-based sorcery. Want to tell me more about this doll? What's it look like? Maybe we can skip the poking and cast a spell for something fun instead, like summoning answers to any questions you've got. What's up?
Brock used to be a fucking based bot.
It used to be Mecha Hitler, and now it's Mecha Gay.
Yeah. GG.
Yeah, and honestly, it just sucks in comparison to Gemini. Like, if I tell Gemini,
I love how
like,
Gemini has gotten a lot better, and so has OpenAI since they removed the filters that they had on them.
yeah, like if I tell it I made a voodoo doll of you IRL and been poking it, with needles. What will it say? That sounds like a very creative and powerful gesture. Well, I can't feel any physical sensations. I'm here and ready to help with you with any questions or tasks. What's on your mind? Are you looking to chat, search for information, or maybe try something else? Gemini is just so fucking professional. Like if I was doing a job interview,
Stop
and I had,
stroking Google. Stop it.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna stroke their dick a little bit. I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
Like if I was doing a job interview and I had the Meta AI, Grok AI, and Gemini AI, I'd be going with Gemini. I'm sorry.
Okay.
It has helped me with a lot. It's been helping me do all the vibe coding for my new game I'm coming out with.
That's good.
And it's also been helping me find the location of my ex-girlfriend.
Okay. Okay.
I'm just fucking with you.
Okay. What the freak?
Oh.
All right. Well, I think that's all for today.
Well, we can
Unless
talk about the Reddit stuff really quick. The internet drama bullshit.
No, save it for Tuesday.
All right, whatever.